Early identification of cerebral palsy is absolutely crucial. And the main reason for that is because we're starting to identify interventions that are more effective when provided at a very young age.
The EI3 network is early identification and intervention for infants at risk for cerebral palsy. Our purpose is to help others in the Los Angeles area to better identify babies that are at risk for cerebral palsy and get them services at an earlier time frame.
Babies' brains are capable of a lot of recovery. This is a concept called neuroplasticity, which means that the brain can recover from injury, can regenerate and recover function. So the earlier we detect problems, the earlier we can do something about it, and the better the outcome is going to be for that child and family.
One of the hardest things about providing care for children is that kids get services in lots of locations. So our hope with EI3 is that we can do two things. One is really help physicians and medical providers streamline their referral process and know who to refer an individual child to and when. On the other side of that, we want parents to understand how to self-advocate for their child and to know what resources are out there.
For families who've had a baby in the NICU, that whole journey is pretty traumatizing. Why is my baby at risk for CP? What does CP mean? What are some of the warning signs that I need to be looking for? And then if I get a diagnosis, where do I go? If I come across roadblocks, who do I call?
Lucy came out not breathing, totally blue. She went, we still don't know how long without oxygen. The hardest moments of life were at the beginning of before Lucy was diagnosed. All that time, they're saying she could be fine. We don't know. You can't know anything until 3 years. That early stage was very frightening and I felt very unsupported.
The team that's working on EI3 combines people all across Los Angeles who are interested in the early detection of cerebral palsy and making sure that there's a connection between all the different systems that see children.
Medicine is a team sport. Developmental care is a team sport. Raising a child takes a village. One of the strengths of EI3 is that it's a really comprehensive, multidisciplinary team, and it's the coming together and figuring out how can we work together to make this better for everybody.
As a physician, when you look at the criteria for each of the state-funded services or the state agencies, it is quite arduous.
EI3 is demystifying the referral process for the various agencies in LA County, such as Regional Center and CCS, for providers and for families, as there are different criteria to be eligible for the different services under these different agencies.
The other piece is for other clinics that are not yet implementing the early detection guidelines to look at the materials we have. If this is something they wanted to do, we have the template.
We have parents involved as an advisory board who have reviewed everything we've done to make sure that the suggestions that we're making are in line with what parents can actually implement.
I will do anything I can to speak to that person, me, at the beginning, and just try to get them the information that they need. The early detection of her CP allowed so many doors to open for her care and allowed just the mental block to go away so that it just became all hands on deck as much as we can.
You don't have to figure out this complex system of care on your own. You have a team. This message, it needs to spread. Everybody needs to be aware.
We've developed things that will be part of a web-based platform where physicians can access the information, link it to the laws in California that actually dictate when a child is eligible for different types of services. And we'll have a system where families can actually walk through a tutorial on how they would decide which services their child could be eligible for. Our goal is not to tell parents what to do, but it's to help them find the resources so that they do something, so that they feel empowered to find the right resources for their individual child.
She already has surpassed what I thought was possible for her. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Come on. I'm so proud of you.